Where do the buffest Americans come from? Swoleclahoma. Welcome to the stream. Happy Friday, my friends. If anyone's still there after that one, welcome to the stream. And happy Friday. I hope your weekends are getting off to a good start. Buddha Fingers is first in chat today. Welcome to the stream, Buddha Fingers. Very happy to have you here. I hope that you'll be free enough to stick around for Echo. We're gonna do a little bit of Contra first, but Echo was gonna be the main event. And Alpha Kenny Buddy, Haru, welcome in. Hey Frownie, sorry I haven't been here often. I've been dealing with family problems. I'm sorry to hear that, Haru, but no need to apologize. You know, I'm happy to have you here when you can be, but no pressure, of course. I know that people have important things in their lives, so I hope those work out well for you. And thank you for the gift sub, Buddha Fingers. Thank you very much, my friend. Haru, take a key for coming in. Much appreciated, Buddha Fingers. Thank you. And also, you have a better punchline than me. I was guessing Buffalo, New York. That's a way better punchline than mine. The only issue with it is I don't like to use the same word in the punchline and the setup, so I would have had to switch that. I would have had to say like where are the most ripped Americans from, or where are the swollest Americans from. But it would have been worth it because you had a better punchline. Try to be here as often as I can. Thank you, Haru. I appreciate that. I appreciate having you with me. I don't ever want to guilt people into to not being here, you know. Or guilt people for not being here, rather. Pookie Stan, welcome in. Gotta leave in about 5 minutes. Is this an unusual time for you to be streaming? Or I just always miss the Friday stream. So, but Friday streams, the time for the Friday stream has been crazy. I've been trying to do it earlier in general. I just feel it works a little better for me. If I do an earlier stream on Fridays. I thought today's stream was gonna start much later. I forgot that Jelly had a doctor's appointment today, and so I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing schedule-wise. I'm experimenting with Fridays, I guess is just how we'll put it. For now. Now you got 2 jokes. I'm glad you streamed earlier today since I'm going to be busy tonight. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, is like a lot of people who are here on the other weekdays, like, can't really be here for a late night stream on Friday for whatever reason anyway, so I don't know. There are a couple reasons I feel like it just makes sense for me to try doing it at an earlier time. I've experimented with Fridays before, but the unlimited appetizers left me with a sour stomach, Buddha Finger says. Right on. That works, just wondering. Howdy and adios then. Hopefully the Echo Nightmare comes to an end. Oh, I would love for the Echo Nightmare to come to an end. We finished one nightmare last night, though. We finished Kirby. I got the 100% in Kirby and the Forgotten Land, so we're done with that. I don't know why I'm hitting the reset button. I haven't even started. I don't know what I'm doing. Oh, that last boss was such a nightmare. The sword made all the difference, though. It was still terrifying, but it was so much easier with the sword. Stabbing something off screen with a sword. Yeah, that's my my famous reset sword. All right, here we go. We're gonna jump right in. I'm gonna run the timer right from the start, and we're gonna call it no warm up run. We're gonna try and get a good run going right off the bat. If anyone has come in who hasn't been here for the for one of the recent Contra streams over the past several months, we're doing no power ups. Can't even spawn a power up. Spawning a power up is same as death on this run, and I want to complete the game deathless. I've had two runs where we completed it with one death, so I've gotten very close. I've also had 2 runs that have made it to level 8 on 1 life. So, by two different but very important metrics, we've gotten very close to accomplishing the run. I just haven't been able to bring it all the way home. Summoning bees, and here Kai is. Welcome in, Kai. Dragged you here against your will. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm happy to see you, but I won't keep you here against your will. The door to the stream is not locked. Kirby's one stream had been avoiding, hoping they would bundle the games. Oh, I doubt we're gonna see a bundle, but maybe. That No, I spawned a power-up. It's all over. Oh, well. Generally, if I die... I've said in the past, if I die on stage 4 or earlier, that I will take a reset, but... I might want to slide that to stage 5. I want to slide the reset rule a little bit. Alright, let me catch up with the chat. I'm gonna fall behind during the runs, but I'll always try and catch up with you when I'm in between. Home for both games for $60. Don't think I'll buy Kirby games at top price, but if they can cut people a deal with a bundle, I may try them at some point. I think I feel like Kirby and the Forgotten Land is probably, well, to me, I think it was worth full price. I got my money's worth out of it. I didn't put any money into it. Mind you, not yet, but I am gonna buy myself a physical copy of that one. So I do think that one's worth paying for. I just haven't done so yet. But yeah, sorry if I spoiled something there for you, Pookie Stan. Okay. All right. So I think I'm caught up now. All right, another try. Off to watch Disney. Bye, Franny. Bye, Kai. Thank you for stopping in. Enjoy your movie, and we'll see you again. So this is the deathless challenge that has taken me the most time so far, of the 5 sort of challenge runs that I've done. This is the one that's taken the longest to finish. And that's actually very surprising to me. It didn't seem like this should be harder than like Ghouls and Ghosts or something like Super Ghouls and Ghosts, but and maybe it's not. Maybe I'm just so much more familiar with that game. Although I guess this is not really comparable to the Deathless run in Super Ghouls and Ghosts, unless I were doing it with like, unless I were playing that with like trying for Deathless with like only the torch or something. But the whole point of my line of thought there was I was just going to say I'm really thankful that at least this is a fairly short game. So, like, with as many attempts as I've had, like, at least each attempt doesn't take an overwhelming amount of time. Like, Super Ghouls and Ghosts takes about an hour takes a little over an hour to get through for me. And, you know, this game only takes about a little over 20 minutes, so... If I'm gonna lose a lot of runs, at least I haven't invested a lot of time into each of those runs. There's the bright side. Well, thank you for the lurk, Haru. Like I said, feel free to come and go as you please, but I do appreciate to know that you are standing by. I saw that bullet down there, like, out of the corner of my eye, and so just the way I was looking at it, I couldn't really judge what its true position was. Oh, I got really lucky. The guy on the right decided not to throw a shrimp, because if he had, it would have been all over. My eyes bothering me. Shadow Archon, welcome in. No power up, no death run. That's the dream. That's the dream. I haven't been able to pull it off yet, but that's what I want to do. I've achieved a no power up 1 death run twice, and I've made it to level 8 with no deaths twice. So by 2 different metrics, I've gotten really close, but I still haven't been able to pull it off. It's difficult for sure. Very. I don't feel it's impossible. Because like I said, I've gotten close, so it's within, it's like at the outer edge of my ability. With the right luck, I'll finally be able to get it someday. It'd probably also help if I tried it for more than just a couple hours a week, but I mean, there's a lot of games in the world to play. As great as Contra is, I can't play only Contra. I could almost play only Contra. Ooh, that was scary. Oh, please, come on, let's get rid of one side. Oh, my goodness. You can do it, just stick with it. Tried this challenge before. Right on. Thank you for the vote of confidence. It's hard to stay positive sometimes. So we've made it through half the game now. Generally, I don't reset if I make it into the second half of the game, because I feel like the level 5, 6, 7, and 8, I feel like that practice is valuable, even if it is on a dead run, so... I've been having a lot of bad luck on level 5 here lately, too. I've been spawning power-ups. That power-up. No! Now I died. This one right here, I keep spawning it. And spawning a power-up is a failure condition for me. So... a death is definitely a failure condition. So now we're on a dead run. Those snowplows. They're vicious. They do mean things to my hands. This level kills a lot of runs. No. There's another death. I shouldn't have gone down there. What other challenges have you attempted? So I've completed deathless runs of Castlevania, Super Ghouls and Ghosts, Contra, Super C, and Castlevania the Adventure. Castlevania the Adventure is kind of like that one's kind of cheating because I was speedrunning that game, but hey. It doesn't, like, I don't think it counts in the same way the other ones do, because these are all, like, I intentionally avoid, like, I don't want to learn, like, sort of like speedrun strategies and stuff. I want my challenge runs to be as casual as possible. So I've done those, and I thought it would be fun to do Contra and Super C with no powers. I've done a little bit of no power practice with Super C. I think I've done a 1 credit clear Super C with no powers, but I couldn't tell you how many deaths. Exactly. I was working on Super C and Contra, the no powers. I was doing them simultaneously for a while. And then I took a break from them for a while. Now I've had a death on... Yeah, I'm gonna have a death on every stage. Oh no, this is the same stage. I'm at 3 deaths. Awful. But I thought it'd be fun to do a deathless run, no powers through each of those games, and then do the opposite and do all powers. It's really cool. Thank you. I have big ambitions for my challenge runs. I've been stuck on this one for a while. It's kind of tempting to also try a deathless no sub-weapon run through Castlevania, but that idea is really scary to me at the same time. The thought of having to fight all those bosses with no sub-weapons is pretty scary. So we'll see. I imagine I'll attempt it eventually, but it's not going to be that one's not going to be a priority. Because it will destroy me. So fighting death with no sub-weapons is pretty yikes, Buddhafinger says, yeah. Yeah, that's really scary. The second form of Dracula, without being able to stun lock him with the holy water, is pretty scary. Ninja Gaiden Deathless, perhaps. I've thought about that one, too. I've thought about that one as well. Ninja Gaiden, I'm not super good at Ninja Gaiden. I had been playing it somewhat regularly for a little while. I was playing it about, like, once a week or once every other week for a little while. And I'd gotten to where I could beat Ninja Gaiden in just around an hour. Which is not a great, time for getting through the game, but I was thinking, well, if I can beat the game in an hour, then it's not so painful to practice runs of it. I like games with sort of a shorter run time. Last time I played it, it took me much longer than that, though. I put it down for a while, and whatever skill I had maybe been just beginning to develop, I'd lost a lot of it. But it's a fun game. Ninja Gaiden is really fun. Is really, really fun for like the first 4 worlds. And then the last 2 worlds are so difficult. Oh, I got a bot hanging out, I see. Oop. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh well. But yeah, Ninja Gaiden Deathless is something I've strongly considered. I think that death was one bullet away from victory. It's a great series to run Deathless. So I've only beaten the first Ninja Gaiden. I've played through it a handful of times now. I just played it for the first time last year. Same with Contra, actually. But both a lot of fun. But the first one's the only one that I've beaten. The second one I've played. I actually did it on stream a couple weeks ago. And I got pretty far. But I wasn't able to beat it in our first session. I ran out of time for the stream. So I was thinking we might actually pick up Ninja Gaiden 2 again today. But I mean, don't hold your breath for this. But I was thinking after we do a couple more runs at Contra, I'm gonna play Echo the Dolphin. And if I beat Echo the Dolphin quickly enough, then we might try another attempt at Ninja Gaiden 2, but that's very unlikely. I'm on the last level of Echo the Dolphin, but I've been there for like 20 hours. That game is humiliating me. They're tough games, but the speed you can run through them is very satisfying. Yeah, that's why I pointed out the first four. Why I said the first four levels are really fun, and then the last two are really hard because yeah, you could like when you get moving in Ninja Gaiden, it's a blast. It's a blast to just move through those levels and the enemies. And and I'm sure eventually I'll say the whole game is fun, but I need to practice it a lot more. So I don't have to struggle so hard at the end. Welcome back, Haru. Welcome back. Oh man, but the only thing that's like so the thing about Ninja Gaiden though is the final boss and the way it sends you back to the start of the whole world. I think that's the thing. I think that's the thing about that game. That's the thing that makes that game hard to pick up. I did not know that game was like that the first time I played it. And when on my first playthrough, when I found out that the level 6 boss sends you all the way back to the start of the whole world when you die. It was like my whole life collapsed around me. Gotta go. Got another submission. Be looking for a while. Okay. What am I doing? Oh. Come on, Frownie. You're better than that. Watching first playthroughs when someone dies on the final boss, that's my favorite part. I love the reactions. Oh no, I hit the start button too late. I know that feeling. I've talked about so Super Ghouls and Ghosts is my favorite game, my favorite video game. I just love it. And I love watching first playthroughs of it. But the thing is, I love watching people play it for the first time, but when they do, I kind of, like, I have to admit, when I start watching someone play it for the first time, I'm kind of rooting for the game at first. Like, when I watch someone play it, like, I'm kind of hoping that, you know, that the game is going to show them the full force of the agony that it can dish out so that they can really appreciate what the game is like. And then, you know, when they if they stick to it and they keep playing it, then gradually the player wins me over, and by the end I'm rooting for the player. But there definitely is kind of an evil joy in watching someone discover for the first time firsthand how cruel some of these games can be. Gee, Butterfingers, I wonder why you would mention that. Kind of like the first time someone sees the final boss in Echo and they get sent back to the beginning of the maze. Oh, and Haro said time for hours of drawing. Sounds like not a bad way to spend some hours. Well, hopefully, if you do make the unwise decision to try and put in the time to beat Echo, hopefully it goes much more smoothly for you than it has for me. I think I've got to be approaching. I've got to be the world record holder for the person who's put the most time into Echo without beating it. I don't know why I'm so phenomenally bad at Echo, but it's astounding. My favorite Frownie moment so far is when the aliens erupted from the prisoners in Alien 3. Oh. That really shouldn't have shocked me so much. I mean, I'm familiar with the Alien movies, like, I know that's a thing that happens, but I think it was just because I only saw that after I'd spent so much time complaining about the time limit. And failing to see the reason for it. I think it really wasn't so much what was happening as the context around it. I feel like streaming, in a way, streaming has made me like wear my thoughts on my face a bit more than I think that I would have in the past, and I think not even for like what you might think, which would be like, you know, that I'm acting for the face cam or whatever, which, you know, to a degree I probably am, but the real thing about it is that, because I try to keep my stream so family friendly, I have to control what I have to control what I say so often that, like, it's become sort of a habit to me to want to express things that I don't want to say through my facial expressions sometimes. Timers in games like that, no thank you. Yeah, yeah, I'm generally I don't think that I'm necessarily on board with timers in games. I think a lot of games have timers that shouldn't have them. I'm much more willing to forgive things like that I don't like in games, as long as they're, like, contextualized in the game. And so that's why, like, in Alien 3, I guess I'm not so bothered by the timer because like, there's a story reason for why there's a timer now, so it makes sense. Like, you have to rescue all the soldiers before the aliens burst out of them. But it's really hard, like, timers in, like, I don't, like, Sonic games. I don't think Sonic games should have timers. And I don't like the way the timer works in Sonic. But the levels are, like, so... The levels are, like, designed to be explored, but then the time limit is antithetical to exploration, so... So I don't like the time limit in Sonic games. I don't think that, like, Super Mario World should have had a time limit in its levels. Either, because, again, the levels are, like, big and have secrets to be explored. Forcing you to speedrun Alien 3, not my cup of tea, yeah. I need to go back to Alien 3 at some point, because I actually started to like that game a bit more. I didn't like it very much at all at first, but after a couple hours with it, I think it's definitely a lot better than my first impression. Oh, I didn't take out any of those bubbles, but I did manage to pass through them, so that's all that matters. Family friendly and playing retro, you're a braver man than me. I curse like a sailor playing retro. It's like they go hand in hand. Yeah, I don't really have a like a problem with cursing and stuff. And off stream, I have been known to use adult language, sometimes rather excessively, but I don't know. It's just not what I'm going for here. Another run dead. What do I want to do? Do I want to continue for practice? I think I want to reset. I talked about resetting at level 5 at the start of the stream. If Trilobite Circle didn't make you curse on stream, I'm not sure what will. What is Trilobite Circle? Is that a level from Echo? I don't even remember. Feel that right on. I mean, I can't say that it will never happen. I am human and prone to mistakes, so it's entirely possible I may slip up at some point. But I'm gonna try my best. It's where the trilobites hunt you the entire level. It's so cheap. Yeah, at this point, Buddha Fingers, I honestly don't really even remember anything about Echo, other than the last level. I've been on it for so long. Like, the rest of my memories are so vague. I remember all the bad parts. I remember the frozen level. There's a janky jump up an upward tube on a frozen level that took me forever. There's a block pushing puzzle on a level that took me forever. Like, I remember those things. Maybe I got really lucky with the trilobite part. I don't remember. Or maybe I was there suffering for 4 weeks and just have blocked it out of my memory. The sword technique, yeah. It's more awkward now. So I've rearranged my my sort of streaming setup several times, but I think this is the first time I've ever had it set up with my consoles on my right hand side. And now I have to reach the sword across my body to reset because I'm left-handed. So I lack the right-hand precision to reset the console. What appears to be my left and right, I think, are backward for you, because I think my face cam is reversed. Yeah. But yeah, that wooden sword just happened to be like perfect for what I need to reach my my reset to reach my reset button on my NES. So. That's how I do it. Don't land on me. I know I spend a lot of time, like, firing bullets that I don't need to. At, like, enemies that are covering their faces or whatever, but... I don't know that it's within my ability to curb that behavior. I'm surprised I don't accidentally spawn the power-up over here to the left more often. It just seems like it's in the perfect place for me to be accidentally spawning it all the time. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad I don't, but... I'm so frequently boneheaded that my lack of boneheadedness is surprising. Whoa. I think I discovered recently that I actually don't have to destroy the arms on this enemy to take him out, but... It's so much easier once the arms are gone. It's an interesting rule to spawn a power-up as a dead run. You've never seen that? I just feel like it's in the spirit of the run to say it's a no power-up run, to just add on top of it that I can't even see the power-ups. It's definitely bitten me, that decision, several times. But yeah, since it's theoretically completely in my control to not open the crates or capsules or red guys, then, you know, why not? Why not take the path of most resistance? I hate jumping over those things. I'm really bad at it. I think if I ever complete this and I'm doing the all power-up run, you know, part of it is naturally going to be I have to open every crate and capsule and collect every power-up, but also I think that I'm going to stipulate that I've got to stay in each of these rooms long enough to get a power-up from a red guy, because a red guy always comes through these rooms eventually. I think a red guy will come through every room at some point. So I think one of the rules for that is I have to spend enough time in each room to get one power up from a red guy before I can move on. So that'll be the extra unnecessary rule for that run. when I finally start to work on that in 2042. Don't fire at me. It's gonna be rough. I know. I'm definitely punching above my weight class with these challenges. But just a little bit. Above. I really think I can do it. We are getting some games finished, though, off of our schedule. So I'm thinking if I haven't completed this challenge by the time I finish Hollow Knight, then I'm gonna move Contra onto the schedule at the start of every stream until we get this challenge knocked out. And hopefully it won't take that long if once I'm playing it every day. But I want to get Hollow Knight off the schedule first because I don't want to be switching back and forth between the Switch and my Switch and my retro consoles have different capture devices, and it's annoying to switch them. So once we finish Hollow Knight, we can stay away from Switch games for a little while, and yeah, it'll be more convenient to work on this every day. Oh. I was thinking about the level 4 boss, and I was just really confused. I'm not sure where the hitboxes in these boulders are and when they're active. That felt really close. Whoa. Speaking of really close. that felt like a very long row of bullets to be jumping over. It probably wasn't anything special, but it felt like it. I'm doing no damage to these arms. No. I knew that was gonna happen. Here's an interesting little fact. In this hallway stage, if you are crouched and you press up on the second controller, you can shoot up at an angle. Really? I did not know that. I would have had no way of figuring that out. My NES hasn't had a second player controller plugged into it for decades. Second controller to mess with the player in this game. That's weird. That's very strange. I think, if I remember right, there's a password for Super Ghouls and Ghosts for skipping levels, but I think it has to be input on the player 2 controller. That's weird because that's a single player only game. I mean, I guess it makes sense if they wanted to hide a code, like, that's a good place to hide it, because who would bother with the second player controller, right? But there are a few games that do that. Yeah, it's just a sort of a weird idea. I mean, I get it. Again, I get it. If it's like, if the whole point's to hide the code, well, that's a good way to hide it, but then it's like, whoever finds these. Okay, so we're not gonna make too many more attempts at this for today, because I do want to move over to Echo before much longer. I'm kind of thinking that our next run that makes it all the way to the end, whether it be, you know, success or just, you know, filling out a dead run for practice. Kind of thinking that might be it for Contra for today. I'm not actually sure how much time I have for streaming today. I imagine I'm going to stream until sometime around or after 6 tonight. So we've got a couple more hours, but I'm not sure exactly. Might stream until closer to 7. Actually. I'm stuck at the level 3 boss. I actually caught the start screen there. I didn't think I would. I thought I'd hit it too late. Oh, I missed the bridge. I just figured out the last time I played this that how the bridge works. I think it was the last time. It was either the last time or the time before. And like I've done hundreds and hundreds of playthroughs through Contra. And I just recently figured out. So I thought that each segment of the bridge broke upon contact with the player. But only the first one breaks on contact. The rest of them are on a timer. And I don't know why it took me so long to figure out that that's how the bridge worked. I can see that. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the way that I thought it worked doesn't even really make sense, because if you jump from the first to the third segment of the bridge, why does and they explode on contact, why does the second one explode? And I don't know. I'd never thought about that problem. I'd never really thought, I just thought that that was the way it worked. I never thought to think deeper about it, but for some reason, a session or two ago, I just for the first time noticed that I was wrong. It's just one of those things. It's weird. Like you can spend so much time with a game and still be incorrect about so many of these like little details. No, this guy aims upward. I was thinking it would be okay to just sneak by him. It's kind of misleading that I run a timer when I play this because I really have very little interest in achieving a good time. I'm happy to spend an hour on a level if it means I don't lose a life. Thought a red guy was coming. Still thought a red guy was coming. I was thinking before about how like I don't really know the patterns that the enemies. I assume the enemies in each room run out in the same pattern every time, and I could even be wrong about that fact, but I think that's true that they always come out in the same pattern. But I am nowhere even remotely close to beginning to know the patterns that these enemies come out in. I mean, there's so many different enemies. There's so many different rooms. Like, it seems a monumental task to memorize. So it makes these levels. I feel like it makes these levels extra hard because I always have I feel like it would be so much easier if I did know what was coming out, because I wouldn't have to be reacting to it fresh every time. I think I can safely say that that's never gonna happen. Alright, talk about spending an hour on a level. That room took a lifetime. That was scary. There's too many bubbles. Okay, that was ugly. Oh. Level 5. I haven't made it past level 5 today. My best run today is ended on level 5. I think we've died here twice. We've lost runs here. Whoa. It makes it extra difficult because, like, not only is the level hard, but I'm feeling intimidated by it. See, I'm afraid to move. This is no way to live. No. Those guys really surprised me. I gotta say, I prefer those hallway levels to the top-down levels in Super C. I would say that I think I'm the opposite. I think I mean, I don't really like the behind-the-back or the overhead levels, but I think I like the overhead levels better. I would say that I like Super C better than Contra overall, actually. That's nothing against Contra, of course. Contra is amazing. I wouldn't play it this much if I didn't love it, but I do like Super C more, I think. But it's not because of those levels. The behind the back and the overhead levels are just something you got to put up with. I'm sure there's someone who's like, oh, I wish Contra was all behind the back levels. The behind the back levels are more unique though. I don't think I've played a lot more games with top down levels than I have played games with behind the back levels. That's for sure. They do have that advantage of being a little bit more interesting just by virtue of being unique. There's a lot of guys down there. What are you guys doing? I'm suspicious. Nice. Hear that a lot. This game's holds so much nostalgia for me. Used to play it and beat it before school. The good old days. Right on. I think that nostalgia is a legitimate variable. I mean, a lot of my gaming preferences can really only be justified by nostalgia. But I think more people, I don't know. So far as people I've encountered, I feel like more people probably tend to agree with you than with me. I think I've heard from more people that they prefer Contra over Super C than the other way around. But I have a fairly small sample size. First time I ever made it to that boss, I feel like the first time I ever made it to that boss, I was so confused. And it's not even that it's a confusing boss, but I mean, I guess it is a little bit. I mean, the boss is a door. That's kind of weird. No. I'm paralyzed with indecision. Do I stay and fight, or do I try and just run? I go back and forth between approaches to this level. Like, I've played it where I just sort of rush through and don't worry about taking out all these guys. And I've had success doing that, and I've had failure doing that. And I've played it this way, where I'm just super slow and cautious, and same thing. Sometimes it goes really well, sometimes not so much. I got a bad feeling that my nerves are going to get to me, though. I'm doing a lot of down inputs I don't mean to do. You might have noticed I jumped down through the platform just a moment ago. That wasn't on purpose. Of my runs that have made it this far, one of them died just a screen before this, when I accidentally jumped down through the platform. The other died when I ran into a scorpion. Victory! I think that's it, right? We didn't die, did we? Oh, I'll have to rewatch, but I really hope I didn't die. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, it finally happened. I'm gonna assume it happened. Oh. Oh, I've been working on that for so long. I can't tell you how much emotion I was holding inside for the past 2 levels. Just trying not to acknowledge what was going on and just trying to trying to be calm and cool. But every organ inside of my body was screaming. Oh. Oh, what a time. Good job, man. You're a legend. Thank you. Thank you, Shadow Archon. Very kind of you to say. Thank you for being here and enjoying this victory with me. Oh. All right. I feel electrified. What a game. What a brutal challenge. Oh. I've run out of words. It's been such a long journey. That's the hardest part with challenge runs, the anxiety. Really happy I could witness it, highlight that run. Yeah, so I will. I archive my streams on YouTube, and I clip out things like boss fights and challenge runs. Just so I like having it gives me like a nice wall of like victories that I've had on the stream. So it will definitely be preserved. And yeah, thank you for being here to witness it. I just want to relax a moment and catch my breath and sort of enjoy this place we're in. Because in a moment I'm going to move over to Echo the Dolphin and it's going to be nothing but tears for the rest of the stream. It's nice that I could get it while I had the trophy icon up too. That was just some wishful thinking on my part. But the positivity paid off. We got it. Oh. All right. So now I don't know what I'm gonna do next. I don't know if I want to do the no power run in Super C or if I want to do the all power run in Contra. I'm not sure which challenge. I've already practiced the no power in Super C a little bit, so, and it's been a long time since I've played Super C, so I might do that first. That seems like a bad idea because like I should probably do the other challenge in Contra while I'm still more familiar with it, but I don't always do things that make a lot of sense. All right. So, why don't we... I'm tempted to try out the all-power run right now as sort of just a victory thing. Why don't we do that? I don't know. I kind of want to do it. We'll just do level 1. We'll just do level 1 right now. I feel like it's going to be a much easier run on the one hand, but there are probably going to be a couple... Oh no, look right here. I've already failed. I've already failed because I jumped down. I couldn't get that spread shot. See, there are going to be little challenges like that. There are going to be little things like that that are going to make it tough in particular spots. But yeah, let's see if let's just go through level 1 and try and get all the power-ups. Shouldn't be too hard. That'll be a nice cooldown for me before moving over to Echo. Oh, it's so nice to use power-ups again. No. It'd be so nice to use the spread gun. Ah, my old friend, how I've missed you. Our time together was too short. So I won't establish any order that I need to do the power-ups in. That is the one rule that I could add, but that but I don't think I will because, I mean, there are places where multiple capsules spawn at the same time, so... Setting a solid rule about what order I have to collect those in doesn't seem to make sense. No. This is tougher than I anticipated already. I have to cross the bridge. I'm stuck in an endless loop. I've got to. One of us has to change our behavior. Oh, another. I don't know if I mentioned this. Another reason I thought it would be a good idea to stipulate that I cannot open power-ups for the no power run was because that was a way to help me learn where all the power-ups are, because if I had to avoid opening them, then I have to pay attention to where they are. So it would help make this run a little easier. Was the thought. And like I said, it just seemed in the spirit of things. Alright, well that's what level 1 looks like. Makes sense, yeah. There's level 1 with all powers, so we've got one stage mastered already. I'm gonna step away from the stream for just a moment, my friends. I'm gonna take a very short BRB, and we're gonna switch consoles. We'll move to the Genesis, and we'll strive for a second victory. We'll see if we can beat Echo the Dolphin today. Anything's possible, right? We worked on the Contra run for forever, and we finally got that. Maybe we worked on Echo for forever. Maybe it will finally happen. Maybe. So thank you very much for being here for Contra. And if you want to stick around, I'll see you again for Echo in just a moment.